Hello, I'm Cameron Walker and you're watching GBN Royal, and we've got a jam-packed episode today with royal visits, community spirit and even a bit of controversy. So grab a cup of tea, or if you're feeling patriotic, maybe a Welsh cake, because we're diving into the latest news of the Prince and Princess of Wales, plus our heartwarming story featuring King Charles and Queen Camilla, so let's go. First up, the Prince and Princess of Wales made their way to Pontypridd yesterday, but not without a little drama, because flooding caused major train disruptions, forcing the royal couple to take a detour. It ended up delaying their arrival by around 90 minutes. But hey, what's a royal visit without a little bit of unpredictability, right? And they got a taste of the very reliable public transport system in Great Britain. Not. Despite the delay, they hit the ground running when they actually arrived, jumping straight into the celebrations ahead of St David's Day, which is coming up this Saturday. So they had a go at a classic Welsh tradition, making Welsh cakes. The couple rolled up their sleeves and got baking, much to the delight of locals, and of course, once they were done, they handed out the treats to an excited crowd. Imagine casually being handed a freshly made Welsh cake by Prince William and Kate. I mean, talk about a royal snack, honestly. Take a look at this clip.
Would you guys like a Welsh cake? Do you want this? We just made them.
Oh, they love you more.
Oh, thank you. They're my children,
Your children. They're like Welsh cake, is that right?
But not everyone was thrilled about this visit. During their walkabout, a small group in the crowd was heard shouting, "Go home, we need money for flooding, not handshakes." A little bit of a royal protest, but in the grand scheme of things, to be honest, it was such a minor moment in what was otherwise a very warm welcome from the people of Pontypridd, and the number of well-wishers vastly outnumbered the protesters. Now, on a more serious note, flooding has been a huge issue in Wales, and William and Catherine took time to hear from local business owners who had already been badly affected. One business owner even claims that nothing was done after previous floods, leaving some businesses uninsurable. Now, that's a major problem, and Prince William was keen to ask what solutions could actually help in the long run. It's clear that this visit wasn't just about celebrating St David's Day. It was also about listening to the community and understanding the real struggles people are facing. And on that theme, the Prince and Princess made a private visit to the home of butcher Kevin, someone who was impacted by the flooding directly, because the Prince and Princess, I understand, wanted to hear from those about their experience, and Kevin invited them into his home, and Kevin spoke to us afterwards.
Oh, it was nice. It's nice to see that we've been thought of right across country, like. You know, because obviously they got problems all over the country, not just Wales. You know, it's nice to see they made the effort to come down. Oh, they're lovely. They're great. So easy to get on with.
Just like a friend come to visit.
Yeah.
It's lovely.
It's strange. Very strange.
But it's lovely.
It's strange that the future King and Queen. Yeah. Very nice. Yeah, they come in here, and leave us up by here, have a cup of tea. Yeah. I'm a coffee man myself, but, or a whiskey.
And presumably just asking what it was like.
Yeah. Oh, they were great.
Yeah, they loved it.
Yeah. Nice to see they take an interest.
Now, this visit was also significant because it marks the first time William and Catherine have been to Wales together since Catherine's cancer battle. If you remember last March, she announced that she had begun treatment, and since then, she's been gradually returning to public duties and is in remission now. Locals thought it was great to see her out and about again, engaging with communities and bringing her signature warmth to these visits. Meanwhile, back in London, the King and Queen made a surprise visit and were also rolling up their sleeves in a kitchen for a good cause. They visited Darjeeling Express, a all-women restaurant in Soho, to help pack food donation boxes ahead of Ramadan. And let me tell you, they really did get stuck in. Their Majesties met with a group of Muslim women, including professional rugby player Zainab Alima and author Hajera Maymun. Camilla was particularly taken with one of Hajera's pop-up books, calling it splendid. Over in the kitchen, the King and Queen helps pack up food boxes for the charity Doorstep, which supports homeless families and has done since the 1980s. They also packed up dates for donations, since dates are traditionally eaten to break the fast during Ramadan. And the King and Queen also unveiled a plaque to commemorate the visit. And I understand the King was particularly keen to support different religions living within the United Kingdom. Before heading off, Charles popped over to Imad's Syrian kitchen, also in Kingly Court in Soho, where he met British Syrians who are making a difference in their communities, including BAFTA-winning filmmaker Wad Jarkas. And the King was fascinated by their skills and contributions.
I'm Asma Khan. I'm the owner of Darjeeling Express.
And you've just had the King and Queen come to your restaurant. I mean, tell me what it was like.
It was euphoric. Everyone was so happy. King and Queen were just so large-hearted. They enjoyed everything. They spoke to everyone with great kind of interest, understanding what each one did. Like we have someone who actually plays rugby. So the King was talking about which position he played, where she played. So every conversation he had was meaningful. It wasn't just this, nice to meet you. It was this kind of real interest in what they did. And, when he went to get the biryani and he was like, I want to eat it. I don't want to pack it. I was like, so sweet. And it's for us, all of us feel seen. Just before Ramadan, the King and Queen come in, they pack dates, which for us is so sacred in Ramadan. And biryani as well, very, very, very important as part of so many cultures, and that they've packed it, because what happens with this biryani is that it goes to hospitals, and in the whole of Ramadan, the entire profits of this restaurant is given to hunger charities. So from the time I started, the entire profits that I've made for Ramadan, we give away. Zakat is a very important part of what we do. It is one of the pillars of Islam, and it is one of the only religions where charity, giving to charity, is part of your faith. And Muslims over the month of Ramadan give a huge amount of money, and for us, we give our entire profits in Ramadan. I spend a lot of time distributing food to different kind of groups, to doctors, not just Muslims, everybody, the whole hospital gets biryani, because I think that it's very important. There's a sacredness in Ramadan, where the world slows down and we understand this, the gift that you have that you can eat. Many in the world today cannot. So, you are very aware of that, and then really kind of, spreading out the abundance, sharing the food.
And how important was it for the Muslim community that they make visits like this?
Very important, because the thing is that, yes, I understand that often these visits are seen as community, so they go to community centers. But you need to come into where both worlds collide. I am Muslim, I'm a restaurateur, I am from the East and I'm from the West. And everybody over here is contributing a huge amount. Of a CEO of a huge corporation. You've got people who are here who are, registrars. They're part and parcel of the fabric of this country. Some of them happen to wear a hijab, they happen to be Muslim. But in Ramadan, our focus really becomes on spirituality. But the rest of the world is as normal. So we need to live in this kind of zone where you are in the spiritual journey, but the whole world is not. And it kind of is a challenge, but it's also, I think, it's a blessing. It allows us to be more focused. It allows us also to understand that we need to spread who we are, because we are more connected than divided. Religions are all say the same thing. And all the divisions that come up are so unnecessary. And I think that, we really need to embrace each other and understand that there's so much that we have in common.
And when the King and Queen were packing the dates, the King was quite speedy, wasn't he?
I have to say, and I must say, I should not be prejudiced about this. He talked about sell-by date because he probably picked up that I thought, okay, he's not going to be so fast. I'll leave a few packets. He's going to take forever to pack. Oh, no. He was so fast. I was struggling. And then he was handing the bags from the back to me. I was so embarrassed because here I showed my bias. I thought, okay, he's King of England. He'll do a slow, leisurely kind of packing. Oh, no, he was in production line packing the dates. It was so sweet. It was really sweet. But yeah, you could see, I absolutely had not expected him to be so fast, or her to be so fast. I was struggling. I didn't even bother sticking them. I was just kind of, get the bags to them. They're packing the dates too fast.
So there you have it, a very busy day for the royals yesterday, filled with food, floods and heartfelt moments. What do you think about today's stories? Let's get the conversation going in the comments. And of course, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more royal updates. This has been Cameron Walker for GBN Royal.